Hi, I'm Cassandra, the Digi. In this video, I'd like to help you know how to prepare for working with your graphic designer. So once you've found your designer, you might have to do a questionnaire with them, or you might need to have a discovery call with them, usually over a video call such as Zoom or Skype. And they're going to be asking questions about your business, what you do, who you are, also how you would like to be perceived by your audience, who your competitors are, where you'd like to be positioned in the market. So there are lots of things to think about before you meet with your graphic designer. And if you can prepare yourself a little bit with answers to these questions, you might not be so put on the spot when they ask. Further to that, once they start to implement your branding or designs for you, they might need some files from you. So if they are creating collateral for you with your existing brand, they're likely going to need files such as your logo. They're going to need the codes for your branding colors. They're going to need to know what fonts you've been using in your branding. So it might be a good idea to check that you actually have these files handy, or at least some sort of brand guide sheet to give to your designer so they know what you're already using and they can match the designs that they create for you to what you already have. If they're doing a whole new design for you, a whole new brand, they likely won't need any of these things from you, but they may need to obtain some images. So if you've had photo shoots or product photos taken, you're likely going to need to give these to your designer. So putting all of these things together before your project begins or early on in the project is going to help everything move quickly and smoothly. If your designer doesn't have to wait to get these things, if you can pass them on straight away, it's going to shorten the deadline for your project. Another thing to consider is have a think about what you would like your brand to be, what colours you might like, what style you might like, but to also keep an open mind, because your designer is an expert in what they're doing. They're used to using strategy behind branding. So they don't think along the lines of what's your favorite color, what do you like? They're actually thinking of designing for your audience as well as you. So they will try and keep you happy. They want you to be delighted with the brand that they come up with, but they're also wanting to reach your ideal audience, and they are predominantly who the designer's creating things for. So it's really good to keep that in mind. As far as preparation, other things will be giving them information. So where you would like your brand to be implemented, are you online only? Do you have brick and mortar stores? Will you be operating in person in your business? Do you have a team? Are you a solopreneur? All of that information your designer is going to need in order to create the perfect brand for you. So start thinking about all of these things ahead of time, and you'll be mentally prepared. And try and get any files together that you already have that might be helpful to your designer. Also keep in mind that designers have different rules in regards to their copyright. So if you've already had a brand created and you're looking for a new designer to rebrand or refresh that, just make sure that you actually have permission to use all those designs that you've created, because every design is different. Some designers will give you full copyright of everything they give you. Others only give you full ownership of your logo, for example. You don't own everything else. So just make sure that you not only have a license to use what they've given you, but you also have permission from them to change what they've done. If you're getting a complete new brand and your new designer doesn't need to use any of the old files, that's absolutely fine. You're well within your rights to create something brand new without using what you've already been given from another designer. I think that might be all, just basically to try and have an idea of what you're after, so you can be really helpful in answering the questions your designer has, but also to keep an open mind and try not to be too adamant about your likes and dislikes, and try to consider that you're designing for your audience, not just for you, because it's your audience that's going to grow your business at the end of the day, and you need to cater to them and appeal to them and keep them coming back for more.